Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor and Door Texan. Today I'll be showing y'all my recipe for reverse seared venison backstrap with a blueberry bourbon sauce. This one's going to be fun, so make sure to check the drop down description below for all ingredients and supplies necessary for this recipe, and once you're all set to go, let's get started. First up, you'll need a backstrap. Depending on how many people are coming to dinner, you can use the entire muscle group or simply a smaller portion. Just remember to remove all the fat and as much of the silver skin as you can. Finally, pat the meat dry with a paper towel, and then we'll be all set to start seasoning. Coat the meat with a light drizzle of olive oil to act as a binder. Now, if you've watched any of my other deer meat recipes, I'm usually grabbing the musket powder right about now, because it's, well, fantastic for deer meat. But today I'm keeping it super simple because I want our blueberry bourbon sauce to really be out front and center in flavor. So I'm just using a 50-50 mix of kosher salt and pepper, followed up by a light sprinkling of garlic powder. Cover all sides of the meat and you're all done with seasoning. Now to start reverse searing our backstrap, lay the meat down on a wire rack laid over a pan like this one. This will provide a nice even airflow circulating the oven's heat to all sides of the backstrap at the same time. Then slide that pan into a preheated 250-degree oven or smoker. Timing will depend on how thick your backstrap is, but it's best to check the internal temp of the meat at the 15-minute mark and then again at 20 minutes. If you're aiming for rare, pull the backstrap out at an internal temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit. For medium rare, pull the meat out at 115. We essentially want to be about 15 degrees below our target finished temperature. With the slow and low portion done, set your backstrap to the side for a quick rest while you get an oiled pan heated up on the range at medium-high heat. Once the pan's hot and smoking, lay your backstrap down and sear each side for about 30 seconds up to 1 minute. You're simply looking to make a nice, crispy crust on the outside of the meat, which should also be the perfect amount of time to get that internal temp rising up to your target finished range. If you're using a thermometer, which I highly suggest, pull your backstrap off about 5 degrees below where you want it to end up. It'll continue to cook while resting on your chopping block. Trust me, rare is always better than accidentally getting up into medium when it comes to venison. You can always cook it a bit more if it turned out too rare, but you can never reverse the process if you've already overcooked it. Now with our backstrap pretty much taken care of, we're going to set that aside and work on building this sauce. Set a small pan to high heat and add 1 cup of blueberries. Then add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and bring it up to a boil. Once it starts boiling, drop your heat down to low where it's just a light simmer, and then continuously stir until you start to see the blueberries soften and the sauce itself thicken up. A great tip here is to use a spoon to check how thick the sauce has gotten. Dip your spoon in, and if it comes back out well coated in that bluish purple sauce, you're pretty much at the thickness you want it to be. Finally, add 2 tablespoons of bourbon, or roughly half a shot, and let it simmer for a few minutes longer while you continue to stir. Also, make sure you drink the other half of that shot. Where's the fun in cooking with bourbon if you aren't taking a few quality check sips? After a few more minutes of stirring, and perhaps a few more nips from the bottle, taste the sauce, and if it tastes like sweet blueberries and bourbon, you're done. Drop the heat to your lowest setting so it stays warm on the range until it's time to plate. Now it's time for the money shot. After slow cooking in the oven and then finishing with that pan sear, your backstrap will have a perfect hard outer crust and a tender, moist center. It is hands down the best way to cook backstrap, in my opinion, of course. Man, look at that. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this. After slicing up those gorgeous backstrap medallions, grab your saucepan and give the meat a healthy drizzle of that blueberry bourbon sauce. Now that is a beautiful looking plate, and it tastes even better than it looks. So get up, grab your gear, follow this recipe, and let me know in the comments below how it turned out for you. That'll do it for this one, and thank y'all so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any follow-up questions, or if you simply have some tips of your own to add. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more great content to come. All right, y'all, take care.